Hi guys, ciao tutti, welcome back or welcome if you're new. My name is Sara and I am from Sardinia, Italy. So I'm back. I know it's been a while, but I'm back with a new video, and today's video is inspired by my experience abroad while traveling. And you know, seeing how the food that's perceived as Italian outside of Italy is not necessarily the food that I as an Italian grew up with in Italy, or any, you know, traditional recipe that we have in our Italian cuisine in Italy. So yes, let's get started. I hope you like this video. If you do, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe for new videos. So the first recipe that I'm gonna talk about today is one that is definitely considered Italian abroad. In fact, I've seen it for the first time in Ireland because my roommate made it for me, and she was very surprised when I said that that was my first time having that in my life. I'm talking about garlic bread. Garlic bread is a recipe that features spaghetti, butter and garlic, and it's cooked in the oven. When I tried it, I really enjoyed it, but I have never had anything similar in my life before. And actually, when I had it for the first time, I thought that that could be like a French recipe, and yeah, that is not a recipe that you can find in Italian restaurants or in Italian families. The only thing that I can think of that's kind of similar to garlic bread is bruschetta, which is made with bread and tomato sauce and also garlic. But of course the taste is quite different. Okay, so let's go to the pasta dishes that are not traditional Italian but are considered Italian in countries abroad, and they are served in Italian restaurants in other countries. The first one is one that I know that many people see as iconically Italian, and that is spaghetti with meatballs. Spaghetti with meatballs, I never had it in my life. I've never seen it in restaurants. I've never known of any friends that grew up, you know, with spaghetti with meatballs. If anything, I remember that my mom would cook meatballs in the tomato sauce that then she would use for the spaghetti, but she would serve spaghetti with the tomato sauce and meatballs in two separate moments, not in the same plate. Actually, I've heard though that there is a similar recipe in the south of Italy, particularly in Puglia, I think. There is this type of pasta with very small meatballs that could be kind of similar, but definitely I would say that spaghetti with meatballs is not one of the traditional pasta recipes in Italy. Second pasta dish that you cannot find here in Italy very much or at all is one that's very surprising for people, and it's Penne Alfredo, or any type of pasta with Alfredo sauce or Alfredo sauce in general. We don't have Alfredo sauce. Alfredo sauce, for people, like, if you don't know what it is, it's like this creamy sauce that's made with cheese and cream or milk. And yeah, it looks delicious, but I've never had it in Italy and I've never seen it anywhere around. I remember my ex-boyfriend was very surprised when I told him that Alfredo sauce, although it does sound Italian because Alfredo is an Italian name, is not something that I ever had in my life. And I'm sure that it's probably an Italian-American dish. Just like the next one that I'm gonna talk about, which is mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is again like this cheesy pasta dish which looks very good, and it features different types of cheese like cheddar. Now, being 100% honest with you, In Italy we don't have cheddar, so I'm not even very familiar with the taste, but it does look strange to me to add cheddar to pasta. But again, you know, it depends on your traditions, it depends on where you grew up. So yeah, mac and cheese is not something that if you ever visit Italy, you will find in an Italian restaurant. The only thing that I can think of that's kind of similar to mac and cheese is, or you know, to Alfredo sauce or pasta Penne Alfredo, is pasta in bianco. Pasta in bianco is this pasta dish which is very simple, and in fact I remember eating it a lot growing up when I was not feeling well and I couldn't eat anything, you know, too heavy, or if there was not much left at home, or you know, even if we were being lazy. And pasta in bianco, which means like white pasta, has only 3 ingredients, which is pasta, extra virgin olive oil and parmesan. So yeah, very simple, very quick. It has cheese in it, but I would say that, you know, the difference is that in the pasta in bianco you don't have like this saucy feel to it, and yeah, the cheese is definitely not as much as like in Alfredo sauce or in mac and cheese. Okay, last pasta dish, which is not traditional Italian, includes different types of pasta dishes, and it's the idea of pasta with chicken. We don't have pasta with chicken in Italy. I've never seen it before, but I've seen it very often in like Italian restaurants in the US, in the UK, in Ireland, and it does seem to be very popular abroad. Chicken is not a type of meat that, you know, in Italy we associate to pasta. We do put other types of meat, for example in our tomato sauce, like minced meat or even sausage, but not chicken. I've never seen that before. So yes. And then for the last one, we have something that's not a dish, but it's a seasoning, and it's what it's called Italian seasoning. Italian seasoning, from what I've read, has many ingredients in it, which includes like herbs and even like a sugar element to it. Our usual seasoning for salads is definitely something very different. In Italy we like to keep our salads very simple when it comes to seasoning, and what you will usually find is just salt, extra virgin olive oil, vinegar and lemon. If anything, sometimes we can add a little bit of cheese, like grana padano, and yeah, that's it. So Italian seasoning is not in our traditional cuisine in Italy. So yes, that's it for today, guys. I hope that these were useful information for you. If you ever maybe visit Italy, I'm sure that you can find, like nowadays, maybe you can find some of these dishes in restaurants that caters for tourists. But to be honest, if I had to give you an advice, I would say just go for the traditional Italian dishes and go to like a more authentic Italian restaurant, just to have, you know, that experience as well, since you are here in Italy. But yeah, I also wanted to say that, you know, this video is definitely not to say that any of these dishes are not good. I'm sure that they are all delicious, and the ones that I tried are very good, and I'm sure that, you know, they're a big part of the culture of Italian communities abroad, which I 1000% respect. And yes, it's just to show my perspective on, you know, Italian food, and I can actually make a lot more videos on this topic, at least another one or other 2 videos, because there are many other dishes that are, you know, are considered Italian but you cannot actually find in Italy. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments down below. If you like the video, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe for new videos. And yes, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye, ciao ciao.